Folks, we are back with a special Fight Week edition of The Breakdown.
Yes.
It's your boy Wade, Sensei. We're in the building. Sensei, what's good, brother?
What is good? First of all, you got to talk to me nicely, bro. Hold on a second.
Hold on. What are we saying?
Let me pull it out here, the belt.
Hold on, buddy. The heavyweight champ is in the building, buddy. Okay, hold on. You just feeling yourself a little too much now.
Bringing out the bling. I finally got the belt that I rightfully deserve. It felt nice to get this belt.
Champ's in the building.
Can you read it?
Now, what's that say?
There it is. 2022 League MVP. And then they give us, this is a 22,
That's crazy.
They gave
you a most donated in church plaque for winning MVP. That's wild. And they gave you the championship belt, son. Hey, it's actually got real.
MVP.
It's got real like buckles on it too, huh?
No facts. I'm thinking about bringing it to Austin, bro, and just being like slapping it.
You should. Everybody that comes on the breakdown when we're in Austin should get the belt. It's the heavyweight champ. Or the winners of their fights, too. That'd be dope.
Except for Kenny. I'll make Kenny. We got the trade during.
Kenny, you got to split that one in half. You guys both grab it.
You can wear this one.
That's dope. The champ is here. Listen, we're going to crown some new champs on Sunday night in Dubai. I will be there live since they will not. I tried, brother. I tried to get you out there. But before we even get there, we got to do predictions, man. And if I'm being dead honest, we're not going to be able to predict every one of these fights, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to predict some of the familiar faces here in the YouTube / influencer boxing scene. And we're going to start with our friend, family, and quite honestly, the man that is a trendsetter, fashion setter. He is the pretty boy. Anthony Taylor is making his return to the ring after another decision victory, even though he dropped his opponent in 3 seconds when I was in Sheffield covering him. I said, don't blink. The people did. I tried to tell them. And now he's going to Dubai to fight Jack Fincham. Sensei, do you know anything about my man Jack?
No, nothing. You mentioned that he was a Love Island dude.
I think he is a reality TV star of some sort, but he's also
looks like it with that profile picture.
Yeah, he's got a nice picture. So what we're gonna do here, he is also a boxer, obviously because he's boxing, but as an amateur has a pretty decent amateur extensive record. I think he's had 30 amateur fights, something like that.
Oh wow!
So he's not playing games here. He's experienced.
I'll talk about that boy nicely then.
I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Oh, boy.
But it's not the same as doing this at the pro level. And let's be fair to Anthony Taylor. While he has some odd names in his catalog, he does have some real ones too. So he's fought some tough guys. He himself is a tough guy. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Jack. We know what Anthony Taylor brings. But let's just take a look at Jack Fincham and just see, like, what does he bring to influencer boxing. We're on his Instagram page, and if there are any lady viewers of the breakdown, I'm just going to go ahead and say, yeah, I understand. Okay, the guy's he's
this
a pretty
is like
dude.
The battle of the pretty boy. I think whoever wins this
gets the pretty
boy belt.
You know what was funny in the press conference? I think Jack took offense to Anthony calling himself the pretty boy. He was like, "You think you're that good looking?" I mean, and to be honest, when you look like I'm not even sure what this outfit is. Sensei, could you explain this to me? I don't know what I'm seeing here. He's definitely got the high-rise shorts. This is me in our first podcast, by the way. This is the shorts I wore.
Literally.
Listen, you
That's
get it how
wild.
you live it, man. Fair play. I don't know what's going on with this jacket. Sorry. All right. There's actual boxing footage here.
Feeling himself that day.
I'm saying a lot of people were feeling that. It was on display. Where? Okay. So there's some actual boxing footage here. Let's take a look. What are you saying here, Sensei?
I'm trying to look at like the movement, the little foot feints. Yeah. Looks smooth. You can definitely tell he's fought. I'm trying to look at the foot feints, the movement he does in between.
Right.
In the pads. Not just stand there and waiting. Yeah. Ooh, a little jab. Uppercut,
yeah, he's got decent hands,
double
man.
Uppercut. Nice lead hand. Good stance, moving in. He's got good movement. You could tell he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, man, listen, this guy is experienced, This This isn't a guy that's picking this up in a year's time, and he has 2 kind of somewhat fights. This is a guy. This is a Tommy Fury-esque guy without the pro record.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, literally.
This is who we're dealing with here. So, and again, that's limited footage. You know, I'm sure there's more on here. I'll keep scrolling and see if we can find something here. But just our first look here at Jack Fincham, like, what do you think? Is this guy going to give Anthony Taylor some problems here? Here, we got some. I think we got some pictures, maybe, hopefully, some videos of sparring here. No. So what do you think, man? Jack Fincham.
I think so. I think because
Taylor's last couple of fights hasn't been against super strong opponents with a lot of experience. Nothing with the experience of this guy. So
no,
that's kind of tough. You've been
again,
in a couple fights.
We're just watching him hit the pads. Like this could be a
what's
completely.
the turnaround here? What's the turnaround time for Anthony Taylor? Let's see him here.
He's got. Yeah, let's watch this.
Nice jab.
Yeah, he's got a nice jab, man. He sticks it out there.
Yeah, he sticks it.
Showing feints too.
Yeah, this is a boxer.
This is the real deal. Yeah,
he's a boxer.
He can throw. So, and I've actually been in this gym, by the way. This is Vidal's gym.
Oh, I was like, it looks familiar.
Yeah, this is Vidal's gym. Actually, I shouldn't probably say that, but whatever. Anyway, yes, this guy's for real. Anthony Taylor's for real, but I get your point, man. He hasn't had guys this level of experience as a pro boxer since the Tommy fight, right? But let's go back to the Tommy fight. He held his own. He didn't win that fight, and Tommy was dominant on points, but he landed some shots. He was competitive, and I don't know if this guy is as good as Tommy.
But do you believe Tommy had said after that they purposely fought down?
Yeah.
They tanked to make Jake believe to get the Jake fight.
I would have believed
that at all?
I would have believed that until Tommy went in against Long Neck Larry in his next fight and looked exactly the same. By the way, those people, to the people that were calling Tommy's last opponent me, I feel personally disrespected. My neck is not that long, you pieces of shit. But no, listen. I think there was probably a version of Tommy that, by the way, that was supposed to be an 8-round fight, got changed to 4. Tommy and Anthony Taylor. So it wasn't like it was a difficult fight in really at all for Tommy lengthwise, and he had every advantage going over Anthony Taylor there. But I think that this is going to be a little bit of a wake-up call-ish for my guy Jack. Not because Jack's not a great boxer. He is. But I think coming to the pro scene, and I don't know how many rounds we're doing just yet, but coming to the pro scene is going to be a little different for him. I do think Anthony Taylor has stayed active, and I think that's a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead here, man, and go out on a limb. I'm going to say Anthony Taylor wins this. I'm going to say Anthony Taylor with that, which he's been talking about, his new peekaboo style. I think he's at a very big disadvantage as far as his height and size, but he kind of always is, right? He always fights up. And I just think if it's a shorter round fight, AT's going to be active. Pretty boy. He gets mad when I call him AT. And I don't know enough about Jack just yet, other than just watching him on the pads. He has good feints. He has nice jab. He sits down on shots. But it's just tough to see going to that amateur to pro scene. Plus, how long has he been out doing the reality stuff? I don't know. I'm going Anthony Taylor, man. And I'm going by decision.
Man, I don't know. Just from the little bit that I've seen here, and the 30 amateur fights, like 30.
I think it was 30. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's had a decent amount. I'll let you watch him again here while you're making your decision.
Yeah, it's just because,
like with Tommy, I don't know what did Tommy have for his amateur record. Do you know?
It wasn't that much, I don't think.
Right, it wasn't that extensive. I think he jumped to the pro scene because of his name and his opportunity to be able to go pro. So I'm not. And Tommy, long arms, wants to stay on the outside. Like, Anthony's been able to make fights ugly that turns into his favor.
Right.
Because he has his ability to bully guys and use his dirty boxing at times.
I was going to say, that's what Tommy fell into. Tommy should have stayed on the outside. Tommy fell into playing that game with Anthony Taylor, and I think that's what he does to bigger guys because he's so small and he can get under jabs and stuff. It pulls them in, and then he can.
This guy, I just don't get the feeling that you're going to be able to bully him and use like a dirty boxing style unless you're a better boxer than him.
Yeah.
So I just I don't.
You going Jack?
Again, I haven't seen a lot.
It's tough, right?
It is tough, but I think
we looked.
My
to
honest
try to find
opinion,
if this guy had
I'm
a
going
fight.
Jack
We couldn't
here.
see anything.
Yeah, that's a tricky thing too. It's like he's like a dark horse. You know, you look at a kid like this, he's like, oh, he's a quote unquote pretty boy. He's an influencer, but he clearly looks game. You know.
Oh yeah. What we're gonna really see though is like, yes, he's skilled, he's talented. We're gonna see if he wants to fight, really. Like if he wants to do this, because it is a little different when you have a guy like Anthony Taylor who does this for a living, and this is what he does. And I'm not saying that he's not a great boxer or that he's not going to go out and show technical display and be able to win this fight. Absolutely can, because Anthony Taylor's not a true boxer per se. He's more of just a fighter. So it will be just a wake-up call, I think. I think it's going to either be this guy is for real and we need to get him some more fights in the pro scene and really see what he can do here, or he's a decent boxer on the pads, and when in there and in the fire, it might be a different story. I'm going Anthony Taylor. You're going Jack Fincham. What are you saying? Decision? What do we think?
I'll say Jack decision.
Jack
how
decision.
many rounds?
I don't know. I would assume we're going low just because it's his first fight. I don't think he's going to step in for 8 or something, so probably 4, maybe 3.
First pro fight, and that's just
and you're taking on Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. The Battle of the Pretty Boys, that's our first one. We're not going to pick a ton of these that we don't know. So we're just going to move on to our co-main event. Tommy Fury, Paul Bamba. And I want to make sure I get Paul's stuff up here so we can see it really quickly.
Yeah, I want to see.
Show me some Bamba stuff.
Yeah. We have Paul Bamba. Tommy Fury versus Paul Bamba next. Let's just take a look quickly here. Nice little 1-minute clip of Paul Bamba's highlights. So we can take a look and see what Tommy's getting himself into. 9th fight here for Tommy.
Okay, 9th for Tommy.
His 9th fight. Okay, this is more of a workout video. I want to see some actual. Come on now. It said highlights. This is not a highlight.
Come on, Bamba.
I mean, fair play. He's doing decent on the battle ropes, but.
Yeah, he's roping it up.
Okay, here we go.
See. Okay.
Wait. Got us a southpaw on our hands. Don't know if Tommy's seen a lot of southpaws just yet. What are we saying? Nice hip rotation.
Yep.
Sting in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see some fights, though, because he has 7 fights. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Guy in the black gloves. We'll see it.
He's in the black gloves?
Yep.
Okay.
Very much a Nate Diaz-esque kind of walk forward and throw style I'm seeing. Oh, okay. Nice body work.
Mm-hmm. Digging him.
Who is this man he's fighting, and what is going on with his trunks?
Gotta love it.
That man's got the Def Jam Fight Club trunks on, I swear. Oh, big knockdown. Does have that blitz forwards. I mean, listen.
You got that MMA style boxing.
Yeah, 100%. This is Diaz brothers all the way, man. I like it, though. He's willing to mix it up. Throw some big shots.
Opponents don't look too game.
No, he's not fighting the best of the best, but still, he's coming forward. He's trying to put it in. All right. Yeah, that kid's not getting up. So let's discuss, man. From what we see here from Paul, he has wins versus. Wow, this is a nice win. Unanimous decision win. 22 wins on this guy's record. He's got wins versus
dubs?
Yeah, he beat this guy that had 22 wins, 20 losses, but still winning record. Lost in a split decision in Atlantic City and got knocked out by a guy that's never won a fight. So I don't know.
So we just gonna slide right by that one, or we just gonna
right by that one? I think this is obviously so. From what I heard, there were a lot of opponents here for Tommy to possibly fight. One of those being, I think I can say it now, one of those was supposed to have been they were talking to. There was no contracts or anything, so it wasn't like that. But supposedly Tyron Woodley was supposed to be on this card.
Oh.
At a certain point, they were trying to make that fight with Tommy, supposedly, again, allegedly. So for it to come down to this tells me that Paul Bamba was a guy that they, I don't want to say handpicked, but they were okay with. right? Because I'm sure Tommy was going to get a guy that, there was a lot of names thrown at him. I'm sure there was names that he could go, okay, I'm okay with that guy, right?
That's what I was saying when I first hear Tommy Fury. Unless you're hearing another big name, I'm like, the guy's going to be relatively handpicked.
Right.
And
it's not like, Tommy is at a place where he needs tough fights yet. And that's not to say that this won't be one. But when I watch my man Paul do his thing here, it just doesn't seem like the level is where it needs to be to take on a guy like Tommy. And to be fair, Tommy is not the highest level guy. He was talking about world championships the other day, and I thought that was interesting. He was saying, I want to win world championships. But 2 weeks ago, he was saying KSI and Jake need to go through me. I was confused by that because you said you don't want to do the influencer boxing thing, but you're telling him. I don't know. I think Tommy has a lot on his plate as far as living up to things that Fury name holds.
Because he's weird. He's the missing link. He's the in-between guy.
Yeah.
He's Tyson Fury's younger brother. He's had boxing fights, but now he's had fights that he didn't go through against Jake Paul. So it's kind of
odd, yeah.
Weirdly.
And that was listen, again, I feel very disrespected by being compared to this man's neck length. It's just it's not true. But this was the last time we saw Tommy, and it was a lot of what we see from Tommy, right? Good jab, nice right hand there, but he kind of falls into exchanges and sometimes allows himself to be caught with shots he really shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And this guy didn't give him a ton of problems, but he shouldn't have. Right, this is a guy that was undefeated, I think, at the time they fought. But again, boxing undefeated is not necessarily what it seems sometimes. But Tommy should, and this is, I'm going to go ahead and make my. Actually, no, you start. I started the last one. What do you think, man? Tommy versus Paul Bamba. I know where we're both going to go, but I'll let you go.
Yeah, it's got to be Tommy Fury, unless it's like a very significant upset. Clearly, this guy is handpicked. There's supposed to be other names, and it seems like. Tommy wanted to get in this card to get the eyeballs to be seen on a Mayweather undercard to put him as another opportunity to fight Jake or KSI or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
listen.
This is a pretty surefire win.
Jake is apparently going to be there. So Jake's going to be there. Yes. KSI's going to be there. Tommy says he's going to come out of the ring and slap them both if he sees them. We're in Dubai, by the way. I don't know if you know anything about this, but I'm not sure anybody wants to get arrested in Dubai.
I do know about it from when I was there last time. Bro,
Yeah.
This place is no joke.
Yeah. So
they're going to debrief you, bro. You're going to get a nice little debrief when you get there.
Yeah, no, I'm
Do's
sure.
and don'ts.
So I hope that nothing like that happens, even though I anticipate teams getting involved in something happening. I would almost guarantee it. But either way, that you're 100% right. This is Tommy's fight to win. He needs to go out in spectacular fashion. This does not need to be another Tommy Fury. You almost got him out of there situation. He needs to put this guy away, and he needs to do it quickly, in my opinion. Because all the things you've said about Jake, all the things that were supposed to happen with Jake, and quite honestly, it needs to be Jake. It doesn't need to be KSI, in my opinion. It doesn't make as much sense. That fight, if Jake doesn't do the Nate Diaz thing or whatever, that fight is still on the table. And Jake's already said, we'll do it in the UK, yada, yada. You take care of it. Oof. I say that's the one to make. I've always said that. But Tommy has to go out and secure this knockout. He has to go out and say, okay, all the stuff he said about being a Fury, about world championships, this is how you prove it. Go out and treat this guy, Paul Bamba, which, again, I'm not saying this, but treat him like he's a guy that shouldn't be in there with you, right? That's what you have to do. So
I can really hear it. I could hear it right now. I was just hearing your voice and commentary about saying after he won that he's got to go get Jake now. He did it.
Yeah.
No, I can just literally I can hear it now, dude.
Oh, 100%.
I can hear it now.
I'm going to big that one up for sure. But no, Tommy needs to win this by KO. I'm going to say he does it. They're probably going to go 4. Hopefully he does it in the first 1 or 2 for him. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Tommy by KO. And then, just because, again, I don't want to make misinformed picks about some of the fighters that we aren't necessarily kept up with their entire career. So we're going to get past a few of these. But the main event. Actually, we'll do one more just to make it a little spicy. But the main event, let's ask my friend Sensei, my brother. We shouldn't even make a pick on who wins this fight. Let's make a pick on this. Does Deji survive the fight?
How many rounds?
I'm assuming they're going to go 6. I don't know, though. because it doesn't make sense to go 4. And Floyd and Deji's never done 8.
Yeah.
Maybe, I would say maybe 6 or 8. I don't know. If it's 8, I'd be surprised, but maybe.
Man. Does Deji survive?
Does Deji survive Floyd Mayweather?
Oh man, I'm gonna say no because I think that Deji will surprise people and surprise Floyd with a couple things, and that's gonna cause Floyd to turn up.
Yeah, the temperature rises,
and that's where I think it gets dangerous because, you've been in the gym with guys before that, who are a higher level. And then you have some success, and then you can just feel the heat rise, and you're like, "Oh no!"
And there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Right, and they just turn up, and because I can almost, I don't know, because I'm like, because if Deji does have success, it's going to be especially early if he does something catches him, and if Floyd just turns into pretty boy.
Do you think that Floyd is going to turn up if Deji doesn't hurt him? Like, if Deji doesn't throw something, he's like, oh, shit, okay, I got to fight now. Do you think he'll just go in and play with Deji if, in fact, they just make it a spar, like a glorified kind of deal?
Yes, I do think so.
Because the only reason that makes me go, I don't know, is because Floyd has tried to finish every one of his exhibitions. He's tried to.
I know.
But the other guys have tried to hurt him, too. So
correct, and he's been tagged in those.
Yeah.
If you look at the last one, that dude was
he was throwing
no slouch.
He was
throwing, and he was coming, and Floyd was like, "All right, I'm about to sit out on these real quick.
Yeah.
I'm about to catch you."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So you can see it change. So I wonder if he's gonna go at Deji's pace, and does that work against him? And then it's like, oh, then he's like, you know what?
Gotta, yeah.
I just that's the hard part. I don't know how Floyd's gonna approach this.
I think again, I think it's more about how Deji approaches it. Like, so my whole videos leading up to this have been very selfish. I've been like, Deji, go in and just do it. Just go for it, right? Yeah. Because if it was me, and I can say this when I'm sitting on my ass, but if it was me, that's what I would do. Because at one point in my life, I'd like to tell my grandkids, you know what? Your grandpa went in there with Floyd Mayweather and tried to knock him out. I'd leave out the part where I got fucking flattened and didn't and went unconscious, but I would say, I could have pride in that moment, right? Not that Deji's not doing that, but I can also see a situation where Deji's like, you know what? Maybe we don't push any buttons here and we get out all scot-free, and I go back to the YouTube thing relatively unscathed, right? So that's the hard part. I'm going to say he does that, though, because I don't think it makes a ton of sense for Deji to go in and, again, reasonably throw shots at Floyd Mayweather to get missiles coming back at him. It's not reasonable.
Yeah, and he's not going to go crazy at him. You know what I mean? He's over there with Daly, super technical.
And think about what Daly knows about Floyd Mayweather, right? Like, like we're talking like we know. Daly has studied this man since he was a kid, So it's like, if anybody knows how to treat these kind of things and how to go about it, I think Daly Perales will. And Daly said he wants him to be competitive, but I think purely like you're talking about as a sport, right? Purely as a sportsman, they want to be competitive with how they show Deji's new skill level. Is it going to be competitive? No. But the way Deji looks, he wants him to throw like a boxer. He wants him to move like a boxer. He wants to compete like a boxer. I don't think he wants him to come out and throw the Hail Marys. I think he wants him to jab and stick behind it and use his footwork, and if the clinch is there and he understands how to maneuver that and get out. So I think he does survive and gets out relatively unscathed, and it is one of the quote-unquote Floyd carry jobs. That's what I think happens here.
Yeah, I think that's how Floyd want to do it, most likely.
You think he likes
carry
Deji?
him, put on a show. Yeah. So,
like, I started this thinking
Floyd
like
Mayweather,
I started thinking this like, oh, Floyd, like, he doesn't like him. He's just messing with him. I think he genuinely likes Deji. I think he genuinely hates the Pauls, but I think he genuinely likes Deji. So I think he's trying to build him for this, not just to go in and go, boom, haha, I'm out, but just to actually, like, because he's being the very respectful sportsman Floyd here. I think that's what he's going to do. But you think Deji gets knocked out?
Well, I don't know about knocked out. The thing is, I just like you said, I think Deji
I think he's going to look for an opportunity to do so. And this is my point, because Deji's best chance at landing something is trying to fight at a certain pace.
Yeah.
And then trying to set that as a trap and then trying to catch him.
Yeah.
Now, that's as far as you're going to get.
That's it, though, yeah. So you got one shot, literally. And you know what's funny?
So,
Daly said that he knows the punch Deji's going to land. What punch do you think it is?
I know. Dude. I mean, he's southpaw. I think in the Philly shell doesn't work. But here's the thing. That's assuming he's going to come out in Philly shell. Floyd can come out and do whatever he wants because he can box at any style.
Yeah.
So that's the tricky part.
You know, I think he'll shell. I think he'll Philly shell to start just to see. And then
I know he's shell, but typically the shell isn't,
imagine he comes out square.
Traditional
patties. Just here.
He might just come out and just straight up.
That's what yeah. He comes high guard.
He might go Philly, but against the southpaw. And if he does that, I just think it's not so much the punch. It's going to be if Deji can lull him into a certain pace and Deji's aware of it and Floyd's not, and he's kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, this is chill right here. And Floyd, that's happened to Floyd a handful of times, and he might just get like,
he just, oh snap, okay, yeah.
Okay.
I think Deji lands his lead hook. I think that's what he lands. I think he lands his lead hook.
I can see he landing a punch off of if Floyd is like just covering up.
Yeah, like around the guard. That's the shot.
Yeah.
I don't think he like
pull. I don't think we're like I don't think we're doing that. If he does, you just need to jump the freaking ropes.
I'm going
and get
crazy.
him out of there.
Oh yeah, we got a security we're getting him out, bro. I think Leon's coming. If Leon's there, we gotta just go, bro. We're out of the country. No, I like imagine though. He just breaks the guard with a nasty lead uppercut, the left hand behind it. Yeah, it would go. Dude, I would lose my mind on commentary. I would just be the ultimate fan. But no, I think he lands a lead hook, and I think he survives. That's my prediction for the Deji fight. I want him to come out of it okay because I want him, and like he said in the press conference, I don't know if you heard this, to come back and dominate the YouTube boxing scene. That's what he said. He wants to come back and dominate. So that's what I want.
Wow.
Be healthy. Hopefully no bumps and bruises. And a co-main event slot just opened up on KSI's card. So maybe we could see him in January.
Yeah. Deji just needs to hit that thing and then just he just needs to be Money Mayweather for the rest of it.
Yeah. And Deji's got decent head movement. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's going to help him this one, but
he's at the clinch. He's at the clinch.
Yeah. But the thing is, he's not much bigger than Floyd, so it's not,
That's the other thing, dude. Floyd's been fighting people who are bigger,
Yeah. Cracking. But
Deji is the man for doing this, bro.
I'm saying,
for real, bro.
It's dangerous.
I still can't believe it.
I know.
I'm not going to believe it until it's out there. I'm going to wow. Deji's out there.
Standing there across the ring, just like ready to go. Like simulation, man. Simulation.
Fusi to Floyd.
I'm telling you, they're gonna show the camera shot. They're gonna show Floyd, and then they're gonna show I still can't get over when they did it with him and Logan, and Logan's sitting over there like shaking his tits at him. I was like,
I know, bro. Like, what? What is happening right now?
It's nuts, man. There it is, comment section. Let us know. We only did 3 picks. I was going to pick the Bobby Fish fight, but I just didn't make a lot of sense. I don't know enough, and neither does Sensei about some of the guys on here, but I got to learn, so I'm going to be doing my studying this week. But
yeah, you do. You got a job to do.
I know. Comment section, let us know who wins which fights, and our biggest prediction, does Deji survive? Let us know.